Well, to clear things up, this is a movie-based channel. I decided to make it so that more people can know more about horror and comic book type movies. But today it's going to be classic horror movie. Yep. Every week on Sunday I'll take a group of monsters that everyone knows and I'll be giving summaries on the movies and also come up with some trivia. So today it will be Dracula. Now, Dracula is one of my all-time favorite Universal Picture monsters. Classic, that one. So I'm going to be doing movies since the first one all the way up to the Hammer films. So, with that said, let us begin with Dracula. Now, this is the first ever Dracula film to ever be filmed. This is called Dracula's Death, and it's Hungarian in 1921. And unfortunately, there was a fire. No known copies have survived. But we only have only one picture, poor picture, of a still of Dracula and this one girl thing. We can't really tell what it is, but it looks like Dracula right there. But anyway, the plot was basically about a girl that has frightening visions about visiting an insane asylum where one of the inmates claims to be Dracula and cannot be sure whether or not it really happened or it was just kind of a nightmare. So that was it for only that film. Moving on to Nosferatu. The first, which was a silent film produced by Piranha Films in Germany and was directed by F.W. Maruno. The movie took the story of Dracula and set it in Transylvania in Germany. In the story, Dracula's role was changed to that of Count Orlok, one of the most hideous versions of the vampire ever to be created for the movie, played by Max Schreck, who also played the antagonist in Batman Returns, as you can see here in Batman. And everyone knew of Nosferatu because of the SpongeBob reference right here, and that actually got me into Nosferatu and actually made him even more popular. As you can see, that's him in a little spoof. So now we are moving on to Dracula. The most famous movie of Dracula, made after Bram Stoker's story, is produced in 1931. Dracula is one of the earliest American horror films from Carl Laemmle's Universal Pictures. Now, Todd Browning, also known for two other vampire films, London After Midnight, 1927, which was lost and later recreated as Mark of the Vampire. London After Midnight, Lon Chaney did, and Lon Chaney did his own makeup for this movie, and unfortunately it was lost in production. I think it was burned in the MGM vault, the last known copy. And then later on it became it got recreated and called Mark of the Vampire. Now, London After Midnight was very interesting to me because Lon Chaney did his own makeup, and man, look at that face. It was so good, and it creeped the hell out of me just looking at him. Now, unfortunately, Tom Browning, after he made London After Midnight, the sound genre was about to be born, and he wanted Lon Chaney to be Dracula. But ironically, he died of throat cancer, and he died with the silent era. Bela Lugosi, the way he looks at you, you can really honestly feel his presence. Bela Lugosi was Hungarian, and his voice really just set the image for Dracula. And his quotes were just so memorable of this film that I love him. It just shows how good of a Dracula he was in these films. Such as this quote, which I love personally of the film.
For one who has not lived even a single lifetime, you are a wise man, Van Helsing.
Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make.
This clip is very, very famous, and it shows how good of an actor Bela Lugosi was, and what a perfect character he portrayed as Dracula.
Or Wolfbane. More effective than Wolfbane, Count. Indeed.
Hammer Films. In 1958, Hammer Films renovated horror, bringing in blood, gore, and cleavage. Now, Dracula, probably its first installments of the Hammer Films, was remade and with color, and best of all, Christopher Lee. I mean, man, this guy is a badass. Just look at that face of Dracula. It was really, really awesome. Now, Christopher Lee really made a good badass kind of person of Dracula, which was awesome. But he gets a lot of messed up in these movies. He gets sunburned, stabbed numerous amount of times in these movies, and it was just Dracula gets messed up. Now in these, there was a lot of Dracula movies, such as this Dracula right here, like Dracula the Brides of Dracula, Dracula Prince of Darkness, Dracula Has Risen from the Grave, Taste the Blood of Dracula, Scars of Dracula, Dracula AD 1972, and The Satanic Rites of Dracula. Now, what's really awesome about these films is that Dracula has been alongside Peter Cushing, who also got later casted in the Star Wars films. Now, Peter Cushing also did the Frankenstein series in the Hammer Films, and the last Frankenstein movie, I can't really remember at this point, or in this time, but Dave Prowse was the Frankenstein monster, and it was later casted as Darth Vader, alongside, yet again, Peter Cushing. But then again, what do you call Count Dracula and give him a lightsaber? You got Count Dooku. And it looks like Mr. George Lucas liked these films. So I hope you enjoyed this little so that was it for this episode. Hopefully you liked it and learned a lot from it. And always be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me a lot, even though I am a new channel. So with that said,
Master Kenobi, you disappoint me. Yoda holds you in such high esteem.
Because he is Batman, you moron.
Was.
You killed me. The Penguin killed me. Batman killed me. That's 3 lives down. You got enough in there to finish me off?
One way to find out.
4, 5. Still alive! 6, 7. All good girls go to heaven. Two lives left. I think I'll save one for next Christmas.